I'd like to briefly review how to mount the control box onto the tripod. And on the bottom of the control box, we have what's called a shoe. And the shoe mates onto the tripod. You can see that it has angles on the sides, which slide in to the shoe. Now it only gets so far, and then it runs up against typically this area in here. We have an adjuster here, which will, I'm going to turn that in and hopefully you can see, there's a piece that shoots out this way, which then clamps against the shoe. So we unscrew that and it goes back in, allowing the shoe to move back and forth. There's a piece here, which is controlled by a button. And what that does is moves it in and out. And that is a safety mechanism for the bottom of the shoe. Basically, once you get this in place, you're going to hear it snap. The shoe can only go so far, and then it stops. What we do is once we get it in place and you hear that snap, you then take this side and turn it and tighten it. And now it doesn't move. The way to adjust this turn screw when the box is covering it so you only have 180 degrees of movement is to pull it out. This aluminum piece actually pulls out, allowing you to move it and then turn. So let me just tighten this down a bit. So you can see there's a nut right there that is not moving, yet this is turning. So let's take a side view of that. If I had something sitting over that, I could pull it out, turn it, and then get some more movement out of it. So that way you can do 180 degrees, pull it out, turn, 180 degrees, pull it out, turn. So in effect you can tighten and loosen. So all you have to do is turn this to loosen it, which it's already done when you get it. So you just slide the box on and turn it clockwise when you're looking at it, 180 degrees, and it'll make it firm. So when you want this taken off, you have to loosen this first, push in this button and hold it, and then slide the control box off. And so let's go ahead and mount the control box. And you can see the shoe on here. Now sometimes there's little things that might get in the way. So if you're having a hard time mounting it one direction, try mounting it from the other way. So I have it sliding on. You hear the snap. I then take the piece under here, turn it 180 degrees, and then it makes it nice and tight. So you have your power supply. You have that big brick that came inside the box. When you have it properly plugged in, there's a little LED right here that's going to glow blue that will tell you that it has power. If for any reason the system is not responding, that's the first thing to check. Do I have blue power on my power supply? And where, pray tell, do you plug this thing in? I know. Really, Pooh? Where? Down here. Right there, that thing. He is correct. So, this can only be inserted one direction, into the bottom. And you're going to hear it snap. When it's time to take this off, pull down on the cable that's coming away and it comes off. So you're going to pull down on this piece right here and then it comes off. When you're inserting it, just push it together and hear it snap. So we have the main power hooked up and we're going to go and grab the music player. And so the music player has on the bottom a place to plug in power. There's a little black thing here which is the memory card that pushes in and pushes out. I just pushed it out. You're going to want to leave it in all the time basically. And then there's a little round hole and that is for the audio. Go ahead and plug the audio in and go ahead and plug the power cord that came with it. The power goes in the front where it says Power VO, and that's a standard USB port. I only plug that in when the music player needs to be charged. And it's just a good practice to keep your batteries in shape instead of overcharging the batteries all the time. And when we spin this around, we actually have music in with the music icon in. That is where this one gets plugged in. Pooh, have you seen the headphones? Pooh, have you seen the headphones? Pooh, Pooh, Pooh.
Oh, what?
Have you seen the headphones?
Oh, yeah, I got him. Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, snuggly, buggly, wuggly, wuggly, Winnie the Pooh.
Okay. Headphones get plugged into the same side that the music goes in. And they have a bigger plug than, where are we? This one right here is for the VO. This one is for the headphones. Now, the headphones, if we unscrew this, it becomes the same size. So we just keep that nice and tight when we're using it in here. There's another button here. We'll describe what that does when we have the light bar set up. On the other side, we have the port for the lights. We have something called frequency in. And frequency in essentially means that it's a special dedicated port. If you are somebody who's really into running Rife frequencies and you have your own Rife machine or TENS unit or something like that, we can make an adapter plug for you that will plug in so you can add those frequencies into the machine as well, so it combines and creates even more. And then we have the vibrations for the massage table. The massage table plug is a right-angled plug. It has a metal piece on top that pulls back. And so when you plug it in, you don't need to pull it back. All you need to do, see if we can get this nice and clear for you. You're going to turn this at a slight angle, and it can only go in one way. And for me, I find it pretty darn easy. I just stick it in and move it till it's up and down. When I want to take it off, pull back on that silver button, turn it, and pull it out. And so that is what's going on with the plugs. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 makes lights. So 5 plugs to work with. And then you're done. And then there's your volume and things like that. So let's go ahead and power this up. So when you first power this up, the display is going to turn on for the frequency generator. And I'm going to quickly set this. I haven't set this one up yet. So bear with me. All I'm doing right now is setting the frequencies in this system so they automatically will always come back to 111. Let's get a nice shot of that. So 111 is what you're always going to see when you turn the system on for the first time. We choose 111 because it's a very holistic frequency to use. It strengthens the overall field. What we're interested in is helping the body come into homeostasis so it can then reduce inflammation to allow healing. The body can't heal when it's inflamed. And so we have power, the frequency generator turns on, we have, I put down UV IR, it's really the full spectrum that this button is. So the full spectrum is those bright pink lights that come on, and then this button is for the lights. And the lights mean the main color spectrum of the lights. So really 3 buttons to work with: power, full spectrum, and the lights. We do have the ability to turn these on and off, because let's say you have a client who just wants to have vibrations. So you would turn off the full spectrum and the lights, and then you can just run vibrations on the system. The ones on top, we have 4 buttons here. These control the lights for the control bar. They allow you to cycle through the program, it allows you to memorize the program, and it allows you to make the lights flash faster or slower.
The lights are awesome. I love the lights. They are so awesome. I'm gonna have a treatment. Woo, woo.
Thanks, Pooh. Okay, let's put you away. And we're going to reset this up with the lights and then show you how all of this will be working together.